What's up, everyone?
My chest is the biggest challenge to train due to not being able to do regular bench presses and inclines. Additionally, my movements make it difficult to hit this muscle group while doing the chest exercises that I am able to do on the cable crossover. But since when did a challenge stop us? This is part 1 of a 3-video series of a chest workout. Here we will do a few warm-up reps and a working set with each arm. The challenge is mostly with my left arm. Here, I am trying to straighten out my wrist so that I can do the exercise. I am just using 15 pounds for this set because I am warming up. Because of the lighter weight, it is harder to straighten out my wrist since the resistance is not enough to help me out. So the spasticity is stronger, but it's not stronger than I am. This particular exercise is like a seated chest press. I'll tell you a story about this exercise. When I was a young kid, I wanted to build my chest up, but I couldn't lay on a bench and lift a barbell. I wanted to feel the pump at my pectorals, but there was nothing that I could do to work those muscles. It wasn't until I was in my 20s that I saw a seated chest press machine for the first time. I saw the machine and tried it in a gym, and for the first time I felt a pump in my chest. For those who may not know what the pump is in lifting weights, it is the feeling of the muscle working and burning when training it. Anyway, I thought to myself, what if I can create the same motion as an upright bench press in the wheelchair using cables? That way I would not need anybody to help me in the gym, and I could have the independence of working out my chest. I have to keep my right hand on the handle so that my left arm won't move all over the place while I try to do the exercise. I am not too happy with the form here, but it's better than not being able to do the exercise at all. I can feel the pump in my left pectoral, so it is working even though the form isn't that great. Let's switch arms and I will show you a few warm-up reps with the right side. Remember when I said that my chest is the most challenging muscle group to train? It is harder to do this exercise with my right side than it is with my left side. Part of the reason why is the joystick on the wheelchair is in the way a little, but most of the reason is I can't get a good stretch and I don't feel a good pump in my pec.
Left and right.
I am getting my arm into position so that I can do the working set of 10. The more weight I add, the harder it is to get into position. But I love fighting the weight. It makes me feel strong like bull. My triceps are getting a pump just trying to get my arm down, which is why I don't train tris and chest together. Today I am doing 10 reps of 3 working sets. I am not one who says that I have to do this number of reps for this number of sets. I just do what I feel like doing on a certain day. Today I feel like doing 3 sets of 10. I just realized something as we are discussing going by how much I do based on how I feel. What I realized is that going by how I feel when it comes to how much I do in the gym is how I overcome a challenge from CP. I have no idea of the way that I am going to overcome a challenge until I start working on it. The gym is no different because it is a challenge, and maybe that's why I go by the way I feel to determine how much I do.
Now, left,
I am getting my arm into position right here so that I can get that pec working and make those gains.
it works for
If we look, I have the armrest up on the left side so that it won't be in the way. That armrest is higher than the right side, so it would be more of an issue if it was down while I am doing this exercise. I would love to find a way so that my lower arm is a little higher and my elbow is a little lower. That way I would be hitting my pec more. But I do feel it working. It's just not as much as it could be. If you guys have any suggestions on how I may be able to improve my form of this exercise, please let me know in the comments. While I am doing this exercise, I notice the vein in my bicep is popping. That is the funny thing. I feel my biceps working a little bit here. Speaking of my biceps working, I made a video that shows how I train biceps. I show how I overcome CP to work the long and short heads. Please check the video out if you haven't seen it, and if you are interested.
Yeah. That's how I do it.